Hello, my name is Ethan, and welcome back to another episode of Path of Exile Heist League 3.12. In this episode, I'm going to be going over specifically what I've been doing. I want to talk about what I've been farming, how I've been making money. We're at 2 mirrors, 34x, 5,000 chaos, another like 50x. We're doing really good. And where did we get it all from? So how you guys doing? Welcome back. I'd like to quickly mention, this isn't going to be a whole video. I just put on this shield because I didn't need the damage of the cold iron point, and I said, hey, this extra 4% max res, taking us to 79% reses and 80%, makes us look really fucking good, and we didn't have to change anything else. It's just, boom, easy. And we got 8% of fizz damage from hits, taking us fire, because we have the 80 fire, so I figured, okay, it's a small thing about the shield there. There you go. Now, I would like to update you guys on what we've been farming. So, we have this blueprint. Everyone's farming it. Everyone in their nan is farming this, okay? Just understand, this is the best. Now, what is this? This is a blueprint. So, what we had done, well, somebody found this, but it doesn't matter. You take this, you could reveal the whole thing. Everything's revealed. It has 17 currency, 5 uniques. It's disgusting. I'm going to leave a link in the description below. So there is also tiny chests, and on 2 of these, this one with the essence map and 2 uniques, and the one with is it this one? Okay, so this one has a ton of chests, like 5 chests, and I'm going to leave a link to a picture in the description below, and the red circle with an arrow is every single chest that has currency, and it's the same every time. So basically, I'm showing you that you can get up to 6 bonus currency small chests on top of the 17 main currency chests. Okay, so this is the main blueprint that we're running, and this is the one we're trying to make the most money from. So the end reward is a thief's trinket or currency. The main things you're going to be choosing is obviously a thief's trinket. You're going to want to look for percent chance in Heist for regal orbs to drop as exalted orbs, 2 to 4%. The most sought after item right now from Heist probably is the 4% now. And so beyond a mirror. So look for this. How do I actually make money with all this? There's a lot of stuff that I do, okay? I'll go through each one and then I'll describe why, okay? So we have the blueprint, super crazy. To actually run this over and over, you have 2 options. So if I play this blueprint, obviously it's gone. But the other alternative is this thing called a fractured fossil. So I'll show you what I do. It's a 3-socket resonator with metallic, and I use dense. Okay, so I use dense because you can't roll life modifiers, so we cannot regen life or mana. We regen in this build, so we don't want that. And I use this for the no physical to have no physical reflect. So we're guaranteed to be able to complete it no matter what it is. So then you would just use this on the blueprint, and now you have your mirrored copy. So you can't actually do anything. You can't alch this, you can't chaos it, you can't do anything, okay? Just know that this is mirrored. So I already have a few here. These are the bad ones. So to show you what I think is bad, alert level increases 10 seconds. Lockdown occurs immediately when alert level is full, and these are the same thing. Those suck, so that's the problem with fracturing. But if you want to spend a little bit more, you can go to your menagerie, or you could buy it from someone, but you still have to do it in the menagerie. So you would buy off somebody something called a fenumal plagued arachnid. So I'll show you. This is it. So the name, fenumal plagued arachnid, you would put the blueprint in and split. And so it has to be rare, and then when it splits, you get 2 copies. So you literally copied your blueprint for free, and it has all the same stuff. Everything. The crew, the reveals, the chests, everything's the exact same, just like the fractured, and you get to print money. So, I highly recommend it. Both are really good. Obviously, fractured is more profit. Fractured fossils is cheaper and more profit. Whereas you can now, with the beast, you could alch these, you could chaos roll them to perfect mods to have some of the best experience. Like, it'll feel really good. So that's one thing. But now, there's more than just the blueprint, okay? Because if you just have the blueprint and you run it, you'll pretty much break even. You're not going to really make money. How do you actually make money, Ethan? The main way I'm making money is this. 4% chance in Heist for Regals to drop is exalted. So I will like to quickly put out a public service announcement. If you don't have this at all, even the 2%, I highly recommend getting the 2%. It is the most broken thing from Heist. It prints money, and if you say, how good is the 2%, it's half of this. So if I paid 31x, but other people are paying now like 80x for this, meaning half of it is 40x, but you're not paying 40x for the 2%. So you see my point? So the value of the 2% is half of the 4%, where it doesn't cost half. So you see the boom, big brain, you should be using the 2%. And as soon as you can afford the 3%, you should buy the 3%. And as soon as you can afford the 4%, you should buy the 4%. It's that broken, I promise, because it goes 2%, and you get 50% more when you go to 3, and then you get 33% more when you go to 4. Okay, so now there's even more. So you have the blueprint. You're copying it with fractured fossils or beast, the fenumal plagued arachnid to split for cheaper, right? You have your trinket. You need a 3% for this, okay? For the 17 currency blueprint, you need a 3%. Not 2 is not going to cut it. I recommend 2 for the normal heist, normal grand heist, playing heist in general, 2%. When you get a 3, you can start the splits. I don't recommend it still because you'll make more money with 4 and you're investing so much but 3 is good enough to start the split beast, and then 4 is where you're really raking it in. And that's the only mod I really recommend looking for on the trinket. I promise the rest don't really matter. And so now I'll go into this blueprint more specifically because we have some more shit and the crew. So the blueprint, you have the planning room still, so you could plan it actually before you split it, which the one I give to people is already planned. So on mine, this is the setup. So we have 2 Karst and the 2 Vinderi on these 2 wings. So the one big wing is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 currency, and the other one is 3, and 9 of the currency is had Vinderi, right? And then what happened is you couldn't get Vinderi and Karst on the other ones. By the way, just to do a quick crew member overview, Vinderi is number 1. The reason he's number 1 is because he gives 20% chance to duplicate their contents for heist chests, and this is a full-on duplication of the entire chest. So I'm getting multiple times. I have clips where I get an X and it doubles, or I get 2X and it doubles. I've had 4X in a single chest or in like 30 seconds. It's pretty crazy. So Vinderi is the best, and then Karst, because Karst gives 40% less from opening the big chest, which is what we open mainly, so we get to open more loot. And then Tulina's third best because of 14% less raising. And Isla increases the time before lockdown, so this is pretty good too. Okay, so Vinderi's number 1 and Karst is number 2. Those are the ones you really want though. So we were like, yo, on this planning thing, we have this Vinderi. Now let me show you without my glove, okay, real quick. Let me show you without the tool. So Vinderi on mine wasn't supposed to be here. You're supposed to have an Isla. Most people are doing 2 Vinderi, right? But I found out that if this Vinderi could get 3, you could choose him. So, well, we threw out some ideas. You could look... Dude, can you stop talking? Why are they still... Chill! Okay, so then, what I figured out next is that Vinderi has 3 skills. So he has demolition, trap disarmament, and engineering. So originally, I only looked at engineering and said, man, I really need the drill. I need the drill to do the engineering to get this extra skill level for 1 extra engineering skill. But then I found out there was +1 to all level of jobs. So you could get the demolition tool, the trap disarmament tool, the engineering tool, and then you could also go with any level between. So from 2 to 5 and from 2 for this. So it had to be a steel drill, or it had to be any of the key rings or any of the demolition explosives. So I ended up looking for on trade after crafting a bit. So I'll show you. We have a drill. I'll explain this part next. There's even more. So we have a drill as well, +1 to level of all jobs, and it's a level 2 drill with a really high item level. That's a legacy item. You can't do this anymore. It costs 8x, and I've been split beasting it for people at a 50C fee. So there's even more than this, okay? We're not done. So what we found is that you could use... I looked on trade for +1 to level of all jobs because it's a 100 weighting prefix, and I also tried to get chance to not generate alert level from a chest using the skill, so trap, disarmament, demolition, or engineering, and I found this one with 5%. I could re-roll it to 6, but it's a big diff because you have this Vinderi across 3 wings, so this is 5% for 3 wings. It's really effective to not opening the thing and not getting the alert level, and really helping you open more chests. And then if you get 10%, that's the best. That's what I have on every other character. We go for the 10% chance to not generate alert level, literally on every single character. So I love it, but I had to prioritize on Vinderi for this one thing, getting the extra skill level, because now also, so it's a job level of all of them, not just the engineering. So because you get demolition higher, it raises his heist perk because it's his main skill. So it raises heist perk to 23% and 34%. So 4% more raising and 3% more duplicate currency. So I did the math. I think this was 7% more money out of our grand heist, which is ridiculous just for one level. So the fact this is to go with the patch. So this is what changed in the patch. Not only did they fix, obviously, the AI of the crew so they don't mess up anymore, they messed up our carry-on golem AI, so that'll be fixed hopefully soon. But then they also added the job levels, so now you can do this. And so to take this one step further, sure, we got 3 Vinderi on our blueprint, right? That's cool. But what if we wanted to go one step further? How do we get 4 Vinderi and 4 Karst? Great question. So I looked at the next, and we have this. Another option for Vinderi, but it requires level 4. So how would you get level 4? I'll show you in a second. I would also like to show that Tulina can be replaced with Karst if it had level 4. The same thing. Tulina replaced with Karst, level 4. You could have 4 Karst, 4 Vinderi on this 17 currency blueprint. Okay, so how do you actually do that? The way you would go about doing this is this level 2 drill and the tool that I have on Karst right now. So I actually already own it. They have to be item level 83 or higher, because to get the job level 1 for all jobs, it's 82. For level of engineering, it's 83. For level of agility, it's 83. So 83 or higher, and then we'd be looking for, on this weapon or tool, you're trying to get +1 to level of all jobs and +1 engineering, +1 to level of all jobs and +1 to agility. Then when you put these on, your Karst will be 4, your Vinderi will be 4, and then with a level 2 weapon, with a level 2 tool. So this literally isn't even possible anymore. You just have to split the one that we already have and the other ones that people have split off of us, and it's really funny, and we'll min-max an extra Vinderi and Karst. I'd also like to point out this: when you click on this stash, and you would think you could click on the planning room, the pathing doesn't know how to path around, but if you click out and then around, now it can path around. So there's something about, they don't want you to be able to path from the stash to there. It's really weird. I don't know why. But yeah, this is my giant min-max of the blueprint. There's more. I don't know if it works. There's contradicting statements from different people. We think it works. We're going to say it works. I don't know. But we've been using heist chests have a 15% chance to duplicate contained currency on the brooch on every single person for a while now. Of the ones that I actually use, so Karst 15%, Tibbs 15%, Tulina 15%, Vinderi 15%, Gianna, was it Niles, and and Isla. Nenet's the only one I don't have. But a Nenet's not even in this one, so it doesn't matter. Yep. So hopefully this puts it into perspective what we've been doing. I hope that helps clarify. So we're not going to the whole level 4 Vinderi 4 Karst thing, probably. It's too big of an investment in the price. So honestly, the market is dying so quickly because everyone jumped in 2 days ago. And I mean everyone. Like, everyone's jumping in. Every streamer, every YouTuber, everyone you could imagine just started doing them all of a sudden. And so I would highly recommend not to make the super endgame shit because it might die. We don't know. I'm just warning you that it might not be the best in a few days. So the takeaway is that I recommend the one level from this patch on the Vinderi, and if you haven't already, I basically gave you the whole entire run through of how you get to the blueprint. I gave you the chest, the tiny chest in the description below. I talked about how to copy it, both Fractured and the Beast. We did the planning room. I talked about the different levels. I showed you the Vinderi weapon, what you're looking for. How do you craft this? Alterations. It's 395 alterations on average, or 295, 395? I'll say 395 on average, and then, or 85 chaos to get +1. It's recommended to go level of all jobs over just the engineering, because to get the engineering you need a drill, the steel drill, and the steel drill has to be 82, and then the steel drill costs a lot because I've already told you that people are going to use that base for an item for the +2. You have to use those for the +2. That's why for this guy specifically you could use the trap disarmament or the demolition with the +1 of all jobs, and then this means that people crafting demolition and trap disarmament +1 of all jobs is a profitable thing, especially if they get chance to not generate alert level on top of it. So that's pretty cool. Hope this helps everyone watching. Enjoy this for the next few days. Join in with the fun. You guys are going to have a slight advantage over everyone else doing it because you know all of the things I've been doing. Hopefully this gives you the small gap you need to be able to super rake it in. And if you haven't already been using the 2% trinket, again, highly recommend the 2% trinket if you haven't, and then just play Heist and focus on currency, lock picking, Grand Heist with currency. So I was picking out specifically the Grand Heist that have 3 or more currency, and then unveiling the wings that have 2 or more currency, or other good stuff including divination, harbinger, unique, the good stuff, and delirium. Yeah, the bad ones are like weapon, armor, jewelry, blight, and gems. Essence, pretty bad, but the rest are pretty good. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you guys enjoy this new patch as much as I do. I needed to put this out here for you guys. I love doing this shit. This is summing up basically like 40 hours of gameplay or something stupid, like we've been doing this, and I did already put it out, but now this is the fully tested, tried and true method, what we've been doing, and then all the recommendations, and even the extra min-max we can do too. That's not necessary. I don't recommend it. But either way, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I'm going to take this opportunity to thank my Patreon and my YouTube members who financially support the channel. Thank you guys for all the support. I can't do this without you guys. And thank you to anyone new who joins the Patreon and the YouTube members today. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!